This is a film that you're going to use in your carpet. So what's going to happen is that this one has a sticky surface that is going to help you to be attached to it. You're going to have drag cloths where areas that you may fall and you may break your back or you hurt yourself. So I'm going to show you how it works. I'm going to leave it in the description box so you can actually use it for your own convenience. That is a nice tip for you to avoid a whole bunch of issues with your carpets, the areas where you have a lot of carpet that you need to take a lot of demolition out, or when you're doing some sort of painting work and stuff like that. That is awesome. I'm going to leave you on the description the 24-inch version and I think a 32-inch version that you can get a little wider so you can cover a lot more area. We went ahead and covered the tub as well as we do demolition. Remember that when you're doing demolition, you want to cover your eyes, you want to cover your respiratory cavities and your hands. They're always the most important thing that you have at your disposition. You want to make sure that you take care of them there. But before I continue with the renovation, you're going to see a lot of the videos, and if you're not, please just go and take a look at the videos. I want to show you something that is really important. Now, sometimes we balance how much money we spend in a remodeling and how much money we save, right? In this case, I don't like to save a lot of money, and the reason is that this type of protective material is really important when you're working for somebody, when you work in your own house. See, you can see now that I have a marble floor foyer over here. I have carpet over here, which we put something really cool to protect it. And upstairs I have hardwood floors. So all those areas will be suitable for any type of fracture on the tiles, scratches and things like that. And I'd rather spend a little bit of extra money buying this material. This is called round board, and this is the tape from the company. I'm going to leave it in the description. So you can protect the areas really well. This is something that will help you to avoid a lot of the damages, the dents and scratches that you can cause to the surfaces that you're working on. So we're going to go ahead and install it in different areas. Again, like I said, in this case, a stone, natural stone, hardwood floors, and around the tub. And you'll see how practical it is, and it will save you tons of headaches and problems in the short future. So let's go. So we're going to continue installing this right here. You can notice that we have some of the tape already there. We're going to just leave it like that for now. And we're going to put another board over here, another section of the round board, because we're going to be putting a lot of tools over here. Notice that we're using this blue tape. This is a medium adhesion. You want to make sure that you don't use the ram tape on the floor. You want to use it against, like the seams on top of each other, not on the surfaces, because it's really sticky. All right. Make sure that the surfaces are nice and clean, so the material will stay in place. But you can see how nice and durable it is right now. All right, this is how you cover these floors. Again, the round board tape on the seams, on the board-to-board seams. The other one's a medium adhesion tape around the perimeter. We always leave in a little bit of space, a ½ inch, so you can actually attach it to the wood itself. Now we have a nice clear path. We can put our tools over here. You're not gonna have issues with this. And I'm gonna give you some important tips in a second. You see now that this material is kind of cool. I know that you're gonna say, to pull out those extra $30 to buy that roll of material, but trust me, it's gonna save you hundreds of dollars in the long run. In fact, I buy properties to fix and sell, or I work in different condominiums and things like that, and sometimes it's a requirement to have this type of material on the floor or something harder than that. So if you are pricing something, you give it an estimate, include the cost of this material, because it's really useful. It's going to protect from mud, water, from paint, from other things, from small impacts and things like that. Obviously, don't abuse the qualities of the product, but overall it's really good. And I hope these tips will help you to save a lot of money and a lot of headaches. So subscribe to the channel, hit that little notification bell, and I see you in more of these DIY videos that I make. See you.